Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're getting to enjoy the fabulous weather we've been having with the cooler temperatures and lots of sunshine. I have been excited about this next book that I'm going to read to you. It is kind of a special book and we'll talk about that in just a minute. It's called They All Saw a Cat by Brendan Wenzel. And you can notice his name is the only name on the book, so that means he's the author and he's the illustrator. He did everything, so he is super talented. And if you look closely, you can see that this book has a medal on it, and that is the Caldecott Honor Award. You don't get that all the time. This book was one of the best children's picture books in the year 2016. So every year there's a committee of people who look through all of the books that have been made in that year. And they look through them and they choose just a few to give the Caldecott Award to. It's an award for the best pictures and the best story, and so Mr. Wenzel got the Caldecott Honor Award for this book. And like we talked about last time, I'm gonna look and see. We already know what the copyright date was. The book's birthday was 2016, but I also wanted to look and show you something else. If you look sometimes in the front, or this time it's in the back, at the tiny print, sometimes they will tell you how the illustrator made the pictures. And for this book, Mr. Wenzel used just about everything in his house, I think. It says, the illustrations in this book were rendered in almost everything imaginable, including colored pencil, oil pastels, acrylic paint, watercolor, charcoal, magic marker, good old number 2 pencils, and even a MacBook. So he even used his computer. I can just imagine he went around his art studio and said, I am going to make the best book I can possibly make. And I think he did. So let's get started. They All Saw a Cat by Brendan Wenzel. This is published by Chronicle Books, so they gave us permission to read this story today. Pay close attention to the pictures because there's a little bit of a surprise in this book. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the child saw a cat. And the dog saw a cat. Now the cat's a little skinnier in this picture. Not sure why. And the fox saw a cat. Yes, they all saw the cat. He's a little blurrier and a little furrier there. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the fish saw a cat. Oh my goodness, that's a big cat to that fish. And the mouse saw a cat. And the bee saw a cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. Have you figured out what's going on yet? I think everybody sees the cat a little bit differently. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the bird saw a cat. Now, you may have heard somebody say, I had a bird's eye view, and that means that you're way up high and you can see everything, just like this bird. He's up high. He's only seeing the back of the cat because he's looking at him from above. I think all of these animals are seeing the cat in a little bit different way, a different perspective or a different point of view. And the flea saw a cat. Now the flea is right here. He's not seeing very much. He's just seeing the spot of fur where he caught a ride. Can you guess what animal sees in this way? The snake saw a cat because they kind of sense heat. That's how they know where things are. And the skunk saw a cat. So I'm thinking the skunk can only see in black and white. He can't see all the colors we can see. That's the surprise. That's the special thing. Humans and different kinds of animals, we don't have the same type of vision. The bee sees in facets. That's why there were lots of little dots. And the worm saw a cat. Now the worm cannot see, but he can feel the vibrations. That's what these little squiggles show. He can feel the vibration of the cat walking across the top of the ground. And the bat saw a cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. And you probably already know this, but bats use something very special called echolocation. And so they send their signal, their sound out, and it bounces back to them. And if it bounces back, he knows, oh, something's in front of me. I better go a different way. Yes, they all saw a cat. And I love how Mr. Wenzel drew the cat using every animal's type of vision, or their perspective, or their point of view. He used the heat vision for the snake, black and white for the skunk. For the worm, he used the squiggles of the vibration, the echolocation, all the different types of vision. A child and a dog and a fox and a fish and a mouse and a bee and a bird and a flea and a snake and a skunk and a worm and a bat. The cat knew them all, and they all knew the cat. And the cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And then it came to the water. And imagine what it saw. Cat sees himself, doesn't he? Can you think of the word? He sees his reflection. That's right. And it's a little bit wavy because maybe the water is moving a little bit and it's a little bit distorted, but that's how the cat sees his reflection. And that is the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you want to learn more about how animals, how their vision works, I'm going to link some YouTube videos about different animals and the way their eyesight works. I will link that on the Stewart Creek library page. You can click on the library page and then click on the online learning tab, and you can see some videos that will tell you how different animals see things, how they perceive things. And one more project, your Makerspace project from Miss Jones and I this week. You can draw your own cat, and then this jar of water is not here for my drinking water. I probably need to drink a lot of water, but that's not why it's here. Look at my cat. Now watch how he looks when I put him behind the water. He's magnified. He's a lot bigger. That's why the fish saw the cat like that in the book, because he was looking out through the water and the glass. If you have bubble wrap at your house, you can put the bubble wrap over your picture, and that gives you all the facets, the way the bee sees things. So you can draw your picture, you can test it around the house, or you might want to just draw a picture using the different perspective. Draw the cat the way the snake would see it, or the way you would see it, or the way the bird would see it, the bird's eye view. Just have fun. If you want to send your creation to me, jennifer.harrison@misd.org. And until next time, I'll be waiting and looking for a new book to share with you, and I miss you all.